I'm your host, Jason Tartick, and welcome to Trading Secrets. We talk all things money on this podcast, and we're teaching all the stuff we just weren't taught in the classroom. Nothing supports this show more than liking, commenting, and of course, subscribing. Tyler, dude, get up, we're podcasting. Come on, get up. How we doing? Did you have fun last night? Come on, get up. I wouldn't expect you to sleep with a shirt on. Do you want to do this right here?
Yeah.
Podcast right here?
Hold on. So nice.
You're such a piece of work. Did you have a good time last night?
I had a great time. This can broke.
All right, dude, I've never done an episode of Tree. What the hell's wrong with you? Is this how you do things? You just always have to try and make it sexy or something?
I just woke up this way.
Is this just your life?
I just woke up this way.
All right, I'm gonna get comfortable. If we're doing this in bed, take the shirt off a little bit, do the Tyler Cameron thing. All right, let's talk about last night.
Yeah.
We're in the
Hold on,
Celsius
can you
suite.
put my towel from last night over there?
What is wrong with you? Why do you also have cameras set up like this? What else did you do in here last night?
We're not shooting a podcast.
We are talking Jesus. We're talking Trading Secrets. Have you ever
Talking trading secrets in the bed.
Have you ever sold anything sexually, online, OnlyFans, feet pics,
So
as a means of income?
I had an OnlyFans one time.
Okay.
And I guess I technically still do, but it was for a means of marketing. We used it as an April Fool's joke to launch my show, Going Home with Tyler Cameron, on Amazon Prime.
Well, if you haven't checked it out, make sure you tune into episode 6. It was the best one.
Yeah, there's a couple hot guys in there doing construction.
Unbelievable. All right, let's get into some of the numbers from last night's event. Did you hear how much Jake Paul profited from that fight?
My guess, I heard a number of 40 million. Is that true?
That is correct. He took in 40 million. What do you think Mike Tyson took in?
I heard 20 million. Is that right?
20 million. And for Jake Paul's entire career at this point with boxing, $100 million.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
I think that's just the power of marketing and promotion. Everyone talks about it. He is a marketing genius. And throughout the night, the big brands that he's involved with, Celsius, the body spray company, all these things, you saw it throughout the night, everywhere. He did a great job showing off everything that's important to him.
Would you ever get into boxing, as a career trick, when you see someone having this much success?
Yeah. I do think, though, the mark of, influencers going to box has kind of come and passed. I think there was a time when there was, a bunch of YouTube boxers and Instagram boxers doing it.
Yeah.
But now I think it's, Jake Paul, and then, a bunch of, tonight you saw on the undercard, it was all legit boxers.
Legit boxers, yeah.
And then it was Jake Paul, Mike Tyson as the show fight.
So you think it has to, you have to be at almost an A-list level?
Yeah, and I also think Jake Paul is he's fighting.
He's fighting. 100%.
His fights are he's a real boxer.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say he's in maybe the most elite boxer. There's Canelo and all those guys. That's a different class.
Yeah.
But I think for what he's done and the promotion and the show, and I think also the light he's shining on boxing has been quite impressive.
17.8 million they did in ticket sales yesterday, so the numbers are absolutely off the charts.
When I heard they're doing this at the Cowboy Stadium, I was a boxing match in the most elite football stadium, I thought was insane. And I thought, they'll have it'll just be lower level, everything else people. No. We were in the suite last night. The suites were all packed out. You look above us, all those seats were completely booked to the top of AT&T Stadium, which I thought was insane.
70,000 plus people for a boxing match.
For a boxing,
unbelievable.
yeah.
You know what else I think is interesting? The celebrity attraction to boxing. I think, other than F1, it's the number one sport.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
I
feel like it always has been since the 60s, the 70s. It's always been like that.
Yeah, I think boxing is the place where you see the elite celebrity, all that. The Mike Tyson fights back in the day, everyone used to be ringside for that.
For sure.
And I feel like it's kind of lost its lust.
A little bit.
Now it's they've done a great job of bringing that back. There was tons of people in that room last night, and I thought it was fun.
Who were you most impressed with in the Celsius suite last night? One person you met?
I tell you what, every time I see them, I love seeing them. Is the Two Friends guys.
Those guys are great.
They're awesome. They're the sweetest guys. They throw the best parties. They're always fun to be around. I think Two Friends is just, on top of being amazing DJs and entertainers, great people.
All right. Well, if I got you in your bed, we're transitioning this to you. You actually almost took a career track into wrestling. WWE, there is a rumor out there they knocked on your door. What was that like?
Yeah, so initially when I signed up for The Bachelorette, the first thing I signed up for actually was the WWE.
Wait, you signed up for WWE before The Bachelorette?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah. So I was like home bored. I saw like an ad for it. I was like, I would freaking love this. Run around in a red Speedo and red boots and just kick people's ass. Like, that's what I was born to do.
Wait, where was the ad? Like,
it was just like, I don't know, I was like scrolling through something and I saw something for like sign up to join, WWE. I guess they must have been really desperate at the time.
Okay.
And I saw it and I was like, I filled out the application. I sent it to my buddies as like a joke. Like, you'd be amazing at this. Sign up for it. Because I was always like the kind of crazy guy for the football team.
Yeah.
And so I did that. And then
what happened?
The Bachelorette ended up hitting me back within like 2 weeks, in which WWE hit me up like probably 6 months later, like even after like my show came out. I was like, well, I already kind of did that, guy, so I guess I'm going to do this. And then we actually had conversations, and they brought me and Matt because they were talking about maybe doing a tag team with me and Matt.
That's incredible.
And bringing us to like the training grounds in Orlando. And I thought it was really cool. It would be fun to give it a try. And then we got in there and we saw like the guys in the ring.
Yeah.
That's brutal living.
So you and Matt actually did training for the WWE?
We went down there and checked it out. We didn't like get in the ring and really try it out. I mean, we kind of like went against the ropes.
Yeah.
Like, I thought the ropes were like bungee cords.
Yeah.
It's a real rope that goes around. It's just so tight that it shoots these guys off.
Okay, it's like a trick. Because the ropes in boxing last night are nothing.
No, they're flimsy.
They're flimsy, but in wrestling, you're like actually.
It's a real rope that's super tight all around the ring.
What do you know? What you would have got paid if you did something like that?
I don't think the pay was that great. That was part of, I think, the reason why we weren't into it, because it's a huge commitment and it's a career change. So I don't think we were ready for that. But maybe down the road, I could do it. As a kid, I always like grew up watching it, and like my dad and I, when I was really little, we would wrestle during commercial breaks. Like, and I'd be like jumping off the corner of the bed, giving like the people's elbow.
Yep.
And my mom, she would come in. You're gonna fucking break something. You just goddamn it, stop. And we'd be like, okay. And then she'd leave, and my dad looked at me. He'd go, ding, 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 and we fucking
just
get right back at it. Yeah.
Can you do an impression of The Rock?
The Rock? Oh man, when he would take the
people's elbow.
The people's elbow. Oh man, that would get me.
Can you smell what The Rock is cooking?
I mean, another guy, just elite marketer.
Elite. All right, let's talk about changes. There's been a lot of change in your life lately.
Yeah.
Let's talk about now you're dating someone. It's out there. Tater.
Yeah, Tate is out, and I will say, Jay, you had an eye for it before anyone did.
Why don't you tell him?
So we were shooting Going Home with Tyler, and there's a scene where Tate, we needed a photographer, and we just asked Tate to do it.
Where did you find Tate though?
My friend found her.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, like, we saw her one time on the side of the road. She was wearing like a full Statue of Liberty outfit with like $10 off your mobile
Wait,
cell
no
phone service.
way.
Yeah, she was like swinging a sign and all that. And like the effort was elite. And I was like,
Tate on
if she can take that effort and put it into, just like something like social media or anything like that, she'll be incredible. What?
It's not true.
Oh.
How much did you get paid for that? How much did you get paid for that?
I didn't get paid because I didn't do it.
Did you ever, true or false, you were in the Statue of Liberty costume?
I was
True or
not.
false, you were ever working on the side of the road spinning?
No.
So where is he making this up from?
He's told interviewers this like.
Is this a lie? You just lie all the time?
Yeah.
Is this what he always does?
Literally.
This is why he's always like creating headlines and stuff. He's just full of shit.
Yes.
Well, because we don't have like our origin story is like we needed that. Like,
I can't believe you just made that up.
I know. I can't believe you just believe.
I was like ready to start crying. I'm like, this is adorable. Like you saved her life, dude.
You
Yeah.
saved my life.
I kind
love
of did,
it. Okay, so she was. So where did you guys meet?
So
Speak loud so the audio can pick it up. Come on, give me some.
do you want to come in?
Come in. Come in.
Come on.
Hey, take it in. Do you want some Celsius to wake you up?
Yes, I do.
Let's go. Here, there's more over here. This is nice.
This seems
So
weird, but this isn't the first time we've done this.
All right. So where did you actually meet?
So Tyler and I actually met a couple times before he remembered meeting me. I thought Tyler and I were actually good friends. Turns out he didn't know who I was. So
It was through like a little bit of messy era for myself. You
Yeah.
know? Well, I was
You
doing
had a
lot of
messy
partying.
era?
Yeah.
No.
But technically, you know JP.
Yeah.
So technically, we met because JP and I did a fake wedding shoot for our friend who's a wedding planner.
Okay, a lot of fake stuff happening here.
And he was like, yo, you gotta come on my friend's boat and hang with the squad. So I was like, okay. Happened to be his boat.
Yeah, we had a big boat party that night.
Was JP
Yeah.
like coming on to you?
Trying to. I think.
Really? were
Originally.
you into Tyler from day one?
No. Especially like when I started working for him. Because my sister would text me and she'd be like, she would see how we kind of were, like had our banter, which
Yeah.
I think you caught on to. And she'd be like, oh, like you guys like each other. And I'm like, no. I'm like, I've seen too much. This isn't happening.
What was too much?
He was just off the rails.
Like how so? See, I'm pretty good at this, huh?
Tell me. I don't know. You know, it's so weird to talk about now, but like I was kind of like his wing woman in some scenarios.
Yes.
Like it's very strange. I don't
Like-
recommend it.
Like you guys were swingers and you went to like get
Like, he
people
would-
together?
Yeah, no, he would like invite girls over, and then like he has this like avoidant kind of personality. So it's like if he wanted someone to leave, he would just be like, "Hey, Tate, come here, like come and hang out with us." And then I would go hang out with him, and then all of a sudden I would look around, and he would be like gone out of the house, and I would just be stuck hanging out with this girl trying to figure out like how to get her like gone.
And you thought the Statue of Liberty story was better than this?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you? All right, so then we're on set and we're filming this episode. And you guys at this point had known each other for how long?
Probably a few months.
like 2 years.
Okay, all right. Unbelievable. You guys just forget the real estate. You two should have your own show. But there was something, I thought there was something going on there. And I was calling for it. The second I was like, and I was whispering to him, like, come on, do something. And he's like, they're going to make the whole show about that. Leave it alone. And then on the wall I wrote, Tate and Tyler love each other. I wrote them, right? And
You can
but
catch
they
that
edited
on,
that.
you can catch it slightly on
can?
the show because one of the producers sent me and she's like, I can't believe that no one has like found this and posted about it.
And why? Because you were like, you didn't want them to make a storyline about it?
Well,
Or you just weren't
I was
sure?
still like kind of like in
You
this.
didn't like me at that time.
No.
You didn't like me like that at that time.
Yeah, like at that time I was like, also like we were working together at this time, so I was like, that's not really a good work environment and like good look or whatever. But good thing I'm the HR to my company as well. So there was that, and then like also like they wanted me on my show originally to date a lot on the show, so I went on like 6 dates on the show that never saw the light of day.
Why do you think they edited all that out?
Just shows change. You have different execs comes in, things get flipped around.
Yeah.
So like I went on all these dates and I was like, I was trying to date again, and like Tate and I, we were just like, it was like work. You know what I mean? So it was never like there was like a line I always try to keep. Didn't keep it for long, and so I was trying to respect that, and I just think it's and I was dating on the show, and I was trying to cultivate some type of relationship with somebody that I met from the show, but the show killed me. Like if you ask Tate or ask anybody, I was dying during that show because like it was first season.
What do you mean, mentally or just like
Mentally, physically, everything. But
financially
like first
at all or no?
financially, everything.
Because you're buying all these properties.
Buying all these properties, like when you're doing a home reno show, it's the hardest show you can ever possibly make because you are managing all the homes. So you have a whole construction crew. You have to organize with the production crew. You have to manage all the homeowners and their expectations. You have to work with the town. So it's like
permits.
it's just the ultimate circus act.
And you're paying for it. Like obviously there's compensation for the show, but you're paying for everything.
Yeah, every
right?
dollar I made from the show and more I put back into the show because I was like, this is my one shot to put myself out there, you know? And also like I wanted to make sure that every dollar that my client gave us was going, I told everyone, every dollar they're giving us is going right back into their home.
Wow.
Because I want it to be the best home we can possibly make for these people because we get one chance to make a splash.
I love it. I think it's awesome. One question I got, and then we can get back into the show, is I think it's, in this world, you gotta learn by kind of falling on your face. And I think one thing you learned, and I'm still very much learning, is the idea of keeping things private.
Yeah.
And your relationship was private for quite some time before it went public. How long was it private for, if you can speak to that? And then also, what was your thinking with all of it?
Well, I think, I don't know, we probably like around a year or so. And then,
I'd say a year.
And then I think the reasoning behind it is just like, I've seen so many people, just throw their relationships out there, and I feel like then it becomes everyone's chance to critique it, make their own opinions about it, and whether you like it or not, you read this stuff in, and whether you say it doesn't make an effect on you, it does. 100%. It becomes, there's things that become in the back of your mind. Like, I know, like, when I first got off the show and I was ripping social media and I was doing stuff just shooting out of the hip, doing crazy stuff all the time, and then you would start to hear the chatter about it, and no matter what, like, that plays in the back of your mind when you start to do stuff again. And so I didn't want there to be like those negative thoughts playing in her mind or my mind when we started to build this relationship. And then once we got to a place that I felt like we were strong, we saw a good future with each other, I was like, okay, let's take the next step now, which was that. And I think she's a huge trooper about it, because, like, it's hard. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it wasn't always, we had some bumps in the road.
What is the hardest part about it from your standpoint?
I think no matter how much you know behind closed doors, like, hey, this is who we are, this is real, this is like our real life. Seeing interviews and stuff in the beginning when, like, we were dating and they would ask him, like, oh, are you dating? Like, and he would be like, oh, I'm single, ready to mingle.
Yeah,
it was just like, no matter if I knew he was doing that to just
like, kind of protect you in a way, weird, right?
Absolutely.
Like, as backwards as that is.
Hearing it's just like, ooh, like, that hurts a little bit, like, that stings.
Yeah, and we're also, like, right in the middle of, like, show's over, or, like, where the show's getting ready to come out. You know what I mean? So we're promoting this show, and it's, we're, like, still, like, trying to, like, figure out, like, are we promoting it as, like, Tyler is, like, is he single? Is he in a relationship? So it's all these things that we were trying to navigate through. And, like, earlier on in the relationship, we're just, like, saying, like, it's just, we're not, you know what I mean? And so it was tricky, but I think, she's the ultimate trooper. I'm very grateful for how gracious she was through all that, because I could imagine it being tough, because, I don't know, it stinks. And it's just the world we live in. It's tough and it's hard, but I think
people create, like, a narrative online where you, like, read a whole story about your relationship, and you get someone, and I'm like, why am I reading this? Like, this is my relationship. I know what's going on. But then you see, you're like, people are telling all these stories, and it's my first time being in this world, so I think I really had to, not put my dukes up and, like, want to fight everybody.
Honestly, I get that. Well, it's constant mislabeling, and then what you realize is, if there's rumors or lies or mislabeling, if there's not any wind to carry that sail, it'll die, because there's just no truth to it. But I know, seeing it, hearing it, and then reading it, it's
I'm
a
sure
stinger.
You know,
Oh yeah, all the time. Oh, all right, let me ask you this: what's next then for you two?
So we like have been dying, but also busting our ass renovating our house, and it's been a true labor of love. She's really put the team on her back doing that. I mean, she is the ultimate DIY queen. Like, she is bricking the fireplaces and painting the whole, like, she fired the painters the other day and then painted the whole living room herself.
You fired them?
They were just getting paint everywhere.
So what'd you say? Just like, how'd you fire him?
Well, they then delayed having to come back to him. They're like, oh, we actually can't make it tomorrow. And I wanted it finished. So I was like, well, they're already getting paint everywhere, which is going to take even more time for me to clean now. I'd rather not pay someone. Like, if someone's going to get paint everywhere, I'd rather me get paint everywhere and clean it and not have to pay someone.
I'm not asking the why. I'm asking how'd you do it?
Oh, he just did it because they canceled on him the next day.
Okay, and you went.
And so I said, just tell him not to come altogether.
Okay, so you're working on renovating your house. You guys are like technically business partners.
So
right?
Tate's like the it's like good cop, bad cop. I'm like so nice and such like a little wuss when it comes to like telling people they're doing a bad job.
Yeah,
he's getting better.
And Tate's like, I'm gonna fucking shank his ass.
Really?
Yeah.
Tate is the chops.
No, I'm not. I'm nice. I get really frustrated with him in the sense of he is so nice, like with all things.
Yeah.
Very nonchalant, like, oh, it's okay, like it's not whatever, it's this, it's that. And I'm like, they think if you even ask them to come do a job, they know that you're so nonchalant
that they're going to be
they
nonchalant.
can push you aside and be like, oh, we'll just hold off this guy because he won't care. Like, he'll never yell at us. And it's like, sometimes, like, he stresses himself out trying to get stuff done. It's like, no, you can still be nice, but, like, let people know, like, hey, I'm paying you for a job. You can't keep pushing me to the side.
Tyler Cameron, all bark, no bite. That's what I'm hearing right there. When you look down the road, do you want to take those next steps, have kids, all those things? Are you thinking about that? Is that TBD? Where are you at?
Yeah.
Wow. Tate? What is it?
It tastes like I'm 31.
I know.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, I and I was talking about this the other day, and I think the fear, it's a fear I have, and it has nothing to do with Tate. It has nothing to do with, it's just when I grew up, I had parents who busted their asses and worked, their asses off for us, gave us everything they had. We lost everything in the '08 market crash. Oh. And we went from having everyone together, living this dream life in this dream house, to losing it all, losing the house, losing the family. Wow. You know what I mean? And then, like, moving back to, like, a little house and then having all types of drama and shit and losing what our family was at that point. You know what I mean? So my fears in life are, which is kind of like, it's an excuse because everyone's like, you just figured out. So it's like me just taking that leap of faith. Yeah. Is that I want to be in a financially set place that if I have kids, I never have to have that fear, that worry, because of, I just know what that did to, which at the end of the day, my parents did an amazing job and still overcame all that, but never want to have anyone go through that, what we went through, so.
I also think you're really building, or we're trying to, like, build something that has longevity. Yeah. And I think right now, just doubling down and, like, just working as much as we can to get to that spot. So then when we do hopefully have kids one day, God willing, that he can also be the dad that he wants to be, like, never miss a game, be the coach, do all of the things, which I think right now doing what we're doing will get us to the place where you can also have the financial stability as well as be the...
I think right now we're in a phase of life too. It's like we are just like I feel like I always live broke. Yeah. Because I just take every dollar I get and I reinvest it into the next housing project. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so it's like I always feel the need to, like, I always feel pressure, which I think pressure is good to create for yourself in business and in life because it makes you keep going. 100%. And then I step back and look at it. I'm like, damn. In the last 3 years, we've built.
How many houses do you have now?
So right now, after next Thursday, we'll have 4 investment, like, rental properties, our own house, and then top of that, 4 restaurants. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's cranking.
Like in the house in Jacksonville.
And then a house. Yeah. Then
so
we also have a house in Jacksonville.
4 restaurants, 5 houses right now.
6 houses.
6 houses. Yeah. You're rolling, and you've already flipped some houses.
Yeah, the other flip is in Jacksonville right now. So
killing it.
Yeah. So, but, like, when you step back and you look at it, like, oh shit, we're doing a lot. But then when you're in it, it's like, I gotta get this to, I put numbers on everything. I gotta get this to 10 houses by this time, and I gotta get to, and then you look, but it's like you're always moving the goalposts along. And I think if you keep doing that, then you don't take that leap of faith, like, about having a family and kids. Yeah. You just put it off.
Is it all this? Is a lot of this real estate being funded by social media project? So cash inflow from social media opportunities, and then you put it into the business? Yeah. And then the idea is that the real estate business starts to generate much more revenue than even social media. Yeah. Right. And it's like, I think kind of what we're leaning into hard is, like, the home reno construction world and all that. And I think Tate's going to be amazing for that when people start to see, like, the talent she is and, like, her DIY projects and Martha Stewart 2.0.
We literally watched the Martha documentary and I'm like, Tate, like, this is you. You know what I mean?
Martha's much cooler than me.
Come on, Tate. No. You were on the side of the road, Statue of Liberty, waving the flag. You got grit, girl. You got grit. Tyler, can I tell? I've never told this, and I didn't know if I could contractually. Can I tell them what happened with our Airbnb property? Yeah. All right, so with our project, we were going to invest in the property. I was in on it, and then there was, our budget was like 60, 75 grand, and then there were termites, right?
So we had this house, right? The house we bought it for $515, and it's in a neighborhood where that's probably like the middle range of what the neighborhood would cost. Right now. Like I look at the comps right now in the neighborhood, like houses that need to be renovated are now $575, and that's like 4 years later. From when we bought the house. So we renovate this house, and the problem is like, you know, I have a huge team now. I went from me and Kate to me, Kate, Tate, plus another 15 people, right? So it's a monster, and you have designers, and you have, you know, designer assistants, all this stuff, but you have 9 housing projects going on right now. So it's like, they're like, we got this one covered. So I'm like, it's my house. You know what? I'll be happy with anything. Like, I know they'll do a good job, but then I'm focusing on all these other houses and all these other budgets, and then you come back around and look back at this budget because you still got to start paying bills. So I'm like, I go to Jason, Jason, they gold plated this house. You're hoping to make your money back completely on this. They'll never sell for that. I was like, I don't want you to come into this project anymore. You know, but it sucks because we have also a TV show to shoot. You know what I mean? So I was like, we'll figure out the numbers once, because like we were still filming it and the numbers were still coming in and all that stuff.
And I remember you're like, and this is a testament to you, Tyler. You're like, listen, I'm making money off this show. I'm going to make this back. I'm not letting you come in this project. I was like, dude, I'll still come. Like, if we got to do it. And you're like, I'm not letting you come in. Like, this got ridiculous. And so we ended up not doing it. But now I think we got to do something.
No,
you know?
Exactly. I mean,
now we got to let's go.
No, we should.
I think that was your first go around too with everything.
It was.
So he didn't know what I don't think you knew what you were capable of, we were capable of. So with the designers, I feel like you were a little timid and scared to like piss them off. Because if they were to walk out the door, I felt like he thought he wasn't going to know what to do and he wasn't going to be able to finish the show. So he's like, I just have to do whatever they want to do.
As they say.
Let's run it back. Let's do one
say,
more.
Yeah.
They had me by the balls.
They had
really
you by
did.
the balls. They don't now, but my question is, and this will be the last one before you get your trading secret, is will they again? Are we going round 2 on the TV
We're
deal?
working on it right now. So we're
you're
working
trying
on
to
it.
get season 2.
And like season 1 was like the hardest thing ever, but it's like it was a true labor of love, and to see the show come out, to see people's reactions. I love the show that was produced and put out there. I love like the team that I built the show with and like the team we created at home. But now that like we've been through that, I would love for people to see like Tate step in and be like the designer and like take on the bills with me, because I mean, I think Tate would honestly be the builder and the designer. But she can.
It's just my show now.
Maybe next episode I can come on. You can find me someone.
Absolutely.
Since I found you here.
Hey, listen, last night everyone slid in my DMs and all they wanted to know.
Oh, interesting.
Yes, so
really?
I've got a whole roster.
Really?
So we can,
Interesting.
All
right, good to know. She's recruiting out there for me. I love it. All right, I don't know about you guys. I got the Celsius Sparkling Raspberry Peach. This is already done. This flavor's incredible. What do you got over there, Ty?
I got the cherry cola. This is.
Oh, I've never had. Let me try cherry cola. I'm into it. What'd you get?
I have raspberry peach too, which is delicious.
This is incredible. I'm a
also
big
love the
cherry
green
cola
apple.
guy.
So yeah, I'm a grape guy.
Okay.
Grape is so good.
Yeah, grapes my shit. But the cherry cola is now like my new post-lunch drink.
Ooh, I like it.
So,
I'm also buzzing after. Like, I'm ready to go. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
No,
feeling
I'm
great
fired
right
up.
now. Yeah, I'm fired
You're
up.
just gonna see
All
me
right.
running circles.
Right, let's go get a workout in. Before we do, let's get a trading secret. Tate, the first time on Trading Secrets. It's a trading secret. It could be like your life navigation, finance, career. It could just be something you live by, but it's special to you. What could you leave us with?
Oh gosh, fake it till you make it.
Ooh, I like that one.
You gotta give some context.
Yeah,
to
give
it.
me a little. Like,
You
have
can't
you
just
done
leave us
that?
like that.
Yeah, I think in life everyone's trying to figure it out, so might as well go for it. Might as well figure it out along the way. Don't skip an opportunity because you think you're not.
I also think you get, like, in life, you get what it is that you're putting out.
Absolutely.
And if you put it out that, like, you are it, then you're going to get
it.
whatever that it is.
Also-
Maybe it's
But-
Tyler,
but
Cameron,
also-
it's your husband. You never know.
But I think like kind of off of what you're saying, but a little different is like you get what you put out. I think Tate made Tate successful and like keep figuring herself out. Like because like Tate's story is crazy. Like she lived in Ohio and grew up there, and then she bounced to LA and lived with her brother, and he had a modeling career, and then she had a best friend there, and then that best friend brought her to Texas, and she was working on, you know, the horses here, getting up at 4 a.m. and like training them, and then she wanted to move by her family. Like she went and worked at like in the retail store at Macy's, or like
Bloomingdale's personal shopper.
Bloomingdale's personal shopper, but like was always just like figuring it out. But like, I think the reason why she's successful and always keeps going and like is like a light everywhere she goes is because like she's a person who comes in and gives 150%. You know what I mean? No matter what the job is, and no matter what it is. And I think that's like, in life, you have to go at everything and give it like everything the best you can, because it's just a stepping stone that's going to lead you to right where you're supposed to go.
Just gave a trading secret,
really nice.
but you've given a couple good ones before. I remember when you went on Watch What Happens Live, or like you go on some of these shows, you're like, yeah, I put on a show. And I was like, I always try to do kind of the opposite, and I learned from you that's what you can't do. Because you're like, when I go, if they're going to invite me, like, I'm stirring it up. I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to give them what they want. Where I'm always, like, so worried about, like, staying in between the lines.
Yeah.
And, like, your kind of, like, secret sauces, you don't give it. You're just like, you guys are going to put me on that stage. You're going to get a full show. And I think there's something special to that.
Yeah, I think one, like, I am an open book always. Like, my dad says, like, my favorite thing, like, and the reason why you're in this spot is because you never gave a shit. You know what I mean? And, like, I just like to have fun, rip it, send it. But if you're going to go on Watch What Happens Live, or you're gonna go on any of these shows, or anything you're gonna do in life, like just go for it, be authentic and let it rip, and be you, but be you at 120, 130%.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
unfiltered.
Unfiltered, let it go. And I think good things come from that. I think, and that's how you stay memorable, and people, want to watch and see what you do. But if you just try to be Joe Cool, that's who I was in like college, and I tried to be Joe Cool. I hated who I was.
Yeah.
And when I look back at it, and so
then you're losing yourself. Continue trying to keep up with something you're not, and then
exactly.
it all falls apart. Well, we'll wrap with this. There's really only one person to follow in this bed, and this is the up and coming star over here. Tater, where can people follow you and find you?
Ta-da, it's Tate on Instagram.
Ta-da.
Ta-da. Maybe
Ta-da, it's me.
Okay, are we gonna keep that or?
I
Let's
think
keep
so.
it.
I like it.
I like it.
I've had this conversation with her. I was like, you should just be like Tate
And I was
Madden.
offended. I was
She
like,
was.
people love it.
Yeah, I like ta-da.
And then
I also like Tater. I don't know why I call you Tater.
And if you go like through her whole family, there's like ta-da's Tate, OMG, it's Emmy. There's, oh gosh, it's Grace.
Unbelievable. Fake until you make it. That's the strategy. Tyler, got anything you want to put out there, promote?
Tate. Yeah.
Hey.
You guys are fucking cute.
Yeah, no, I think follow along for Martha Jr.'s journey.
Martha Jr.
Martha Jr.
Yeah.
here.
Martha,
She
if you're
comes.
watching, I do not think that I am nearly as cool as you.
You're cool. No, I just think, tune into what we're trying to create with the houses and everything like that. We're going to continue this home renovation journey. And, I love hospitality. I have some really cool hospitality dreams that I want to bring to life here soon. So I just got to figure out that and the funding for all of that. But yeah, we're building something really cool with our house and the other houses, and stay tuned to see, like, she can really DIY some cool things, and she's got great style, and we've been doing some cool antiquing and thrifting, and yeah, it'll be fun.
And you guys gotta do something together.
This guy always just throws curveballs. Antiquing. Didn't see that coming.
No, I know.
And then you and I are going to do a house of some sort. But what we're going to do here is a little shout out to Celsius. There was a hell of a night last night at the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight. I'm feeling good after taking this down after a couple drinks yesterday. And so shout out to Celsius. Great partners, great drinks. You got anything?
Only 2 to get this day rolling. I need, let's have a day. It's
Let's
a pool
have
party
a
today.
day. Let's go. Woo!